Well, it might be just my unpopular opinion, but I really don't think that this 1-to-1, 1-to-2, 1-to-3 spending idea really works. Hello, my friends. Since you sent me so many amazing questions in the past couple of weeks, today's video is going to be part 2 of last week's Hermes Q&A. We'll be going over some more of your questions and I'll be sharing my experience to help you with your Hermes questions and dilemmas. We'll be touching on topics such as how to build and boost your Hermes profile, how do you know when it's time to put in a request for your dream bag, be it a Birkin or a Kelly, and how can you predict when certain bags are in stock. Well, if you'd like to hear my 2 cents on these popular Hermes topics and so much more, then please be sure to give this video a thumbs up and keep on watching. I will make sure to have part 1 linked down below in the info box, but without further ado, let's jump into today's question. And question number 1 is best affordable in each category to buy your Hermes to build profile. Great question. This is a topic that I have a ton of videos on. I recently did a video on how to build your Hermes profile, which I will make sure to have a link down below for you too. Anytime if you want to see corresponding videos that I talk about in really any one of my videos, all you have to do is just open the info box and everything should be down there for you. I always make sure to link and list everything in a more organized fashion, or at least as organized as I can make it. But in case you're wondering about just some quick tips and quick pieces and recommendations for you, I would say let's start from head to toe, or from toe to head, let's go that way, that might be easier. Shoes, Avanta sneakers, you cannot go wrong with. You can buy them both from the men's or the women's line. Ready to wear, I would say maybe try to pick up one of the leather patchwork sweaters that Hermes has out each and every single season, which is technically from their men's line, but they would suit anyone. They're quite flattering shapes. You can make them a little bit more fitted or oversized depending on what size you pick it up in. So ready to wear shoes we have covered. Fashion jewelry, I would say either CDC, CDC 24, or Be Happy. When it comes to SLGs, depending on how much money you want to spend, a Kelly pocket you cannot go wrong with. I have also been loving the Citizen 12 card holder, which is a lot more affordable. I'm trying to think what else. Accessories, a beautiful Hermes scarf, either in cashmere or silk, depending on what you're going to be using it for. Home pieces, I would say just an Hermes plate, which you can use either in your kitchen or around your home as a decor piece. And what else do we have? We spoke about home, shoes, ready-to-wear accessories, SLGs, fashion jewelry, fine jewelry. The Shantank ring in rose gold is just perfection, and compared to other fine jewelry houses, it's not badly priced at all. So I would say start with those, and let's be honest, any one of those would look amazing on your profile, but there are also pieces that you will treasure forever. Besides special order bags, how do you get Hermes to make you something special? Amazing question. Well, it depends on how far you want to take your customization experience, because Hermes offers several different levels of customization. It can be as simple as getting one of your pieces monogrammed. Hermes is happy to monogram anything for you, free of charge, as long as it's fully made of leather, so it doesn't have a silk or canvas lining, and it's not made of exotic skins, because they will not emboss anything that's made of precious skins. But putting your monograms on something can be a really fun way of getting into having your pieces customized. Then you could do something along the lines of ordering a Bastia, a Kavi, or a scarf through the Hermes website, which allows you to customize them to a certain extent. On scarves, you can put a sentence, a phrase, or your initials on the corner. When it comes to the bustier and the colby, you can have those customized through the Hermes website. And then if you want to take things a little bit further, you could participate in something called the Exotic Lab. It is something that you will have to speak to the person that you shop with about, because it's not something that's always readily available. But this service basically allows you to order some of your favorite Hermes shoes in exotic skins. You can choose the style, the size, of course, the size that suits you best. It's not a service that is quite as bespoke as something that a brand like John Lobb would do. But of course, you can choose the size based on the shoes that you already own from Hermes. And then you can choose from a huge array of different exotic skins, including Himalaya. They have a couple of different types of matte and shiny gator skins, crocodile, as well as lizard. But I believe lizard is only available for either the Izmir or the orange sandals. If you'd like to have a dress shoe created, or even a pair of sneakers like the Avantage, which has to be my most favorite, you will probably have to go for either croc or alligator, which is just a fun way for you to have something specifically made for you, especially if you're a fan of exotic skins. Now I'm going to warn you that if you want to take advantage of this service, it's probably going to cost you more than a Birkin or a Kelly would in regular skin, but we're talking about exotic skins after all. And then obviously the special order bag would be your next option, but you ask for everything else beside that. And the only thing above that is really having shirts and ready to wear pieces custom made, which Hermes can really create whatever you need in your wardrobe, from leather pieces through sportswear inspired items, all the way to truly bespoke tailoring pieces. And then if you want something truly one of a kind, you would obviously have to participate in their Horizon project, where you can come up with whatever your heart desires, and Hermes will put you in touch with their best product designer, tailor, craftsman, whoever it may be that needs to be on the team to make your dreams come true. And they can create the piece of your dreams using Hermes techniques, their heritage, and their absolutely divine materials. But those will also cost you a pretty penny, but you have plenty of options because Hermes creates everything under the sun, and they can create even more. How do you get offered to make a special order bag? Which it's difficult to answer. It really comes down to your relationship with the store. Some people just get them offered, especially if they have been extremely loyal to the brand for a really long time, if they have been shopping with the same store and the same person for years and years and years, and they really ticked off all their wishlist bags that they were able to buy off the shelf. Hermes will usually offer them the chance to place an order for something truly special, something that will be made specifically to fit their requirements. But if you're interested in ordering a special order bag, feel free to ask, especially if you have a great rapport with the brand and you do know exactly what you like and what you dislike about bags. If you already have a couple of bags in your possession perhaps, and you know things that you definitely want to emphasize on your special order bag, and what are the things that you definitely don't want to be present on your bag. Maybe you want a longer or a shorter shoulder strap, maybe you want a bag in a smaller or a larger size, or you want to create a lining that is in a contrasting color just so it's easier for you to find pieces inside of your bags. These little details are important to pay attention to, and I feel like if you have a clear idea of what you love and what you dislike, you're in the perfect position to ask to be considered for a special order bag. Most stores have really just a few special order bags to give out each season, so don't be disheartened if you don't get one offered immediately. Sometimes it takes a couple of seasons, but if you'd really like to get your hands on one, feel free to ask. And if you're too shy to just ask straight up, maybe approach it by asking about the a la carte process itself. Ask how often your store offers it, which the answer is going to be twice a year most likely. Ask them if all leathers are usually options or if there are certain restrictions. Ask about the color chart, how the color chart works, and then ask how you could go about being considered for a special order bag. Because really, if you have a great relationship with Hermes, I am sure that they will be happy to fill you in. Spent more than a quota already, but worried I won't get it back soon. What do you think? Well, it might be just my unpopular opinion, but I really don't think that this 1-to-1, 1-to-2, 1-to-3 spending idea really works, or at least not universally. I know that there are certain regions in the world when Hermes takes this really seriously, but I would say that based on my experience shopping in Europe and the States, it really doesn't matter whether you spend 1-to-1 or 1-to-2, because neither one of these will guarantee that you'll actually get your dream bag. What will guarantee that you'll get your dream bag is the relationship that you have built with the brand, the rapport that you have with the store and the person that you shop with. And of course, the stars have to align because your bag actually has to become available and your store actually has to receive it. Depending on what bag you asked for, it might be as simple as the bag not being in stock and they're still waiting for your bag to come in. There might be other people who are waiting for these bags who have been waiting for it a lot longer than you have. So I really wouldn't worry about spending more than 1-to-1 or this 1-to-1 idea. Just because you spend that much, unfortunately with Hermes, it will not guarantee that you'll get your hands on your dream bag. At least not in my experience. In certain cases, I have spent a lot more than 1-to-1 and didn't receive the bag I was truly after. And then there were other times when I spent a lot less than 1-to-1 and I was still able to get the bag my heart was after. So even though it might work in certain countries, this 1-to-1 is not a guarantee that you'll get your hands on your bag. I would say that if you have purchased everything that you could possibly want from Hermes, you have a great relationship with the store and the person you shop with, and you have a wish list issued, I would just say sit tight. I know that's the most difficult part when it comes to Hermes, but I would just wait for that magical call to come in because at that point there's nothing else you can do. Do you know the thinking behind stock items upon different Hermes locations? Which is an interesting question. Hermes works in mysterious ways, but one thing that you have to know